Hi everyone, it's Sintang Mayumi. I have mermaid card today using Avery Elle Mermaids stamp set. I love little stamps like this. The images are so cute and small stamp set like this are affordable. I went ahead and colored my mermaids and other images from the stamp set with my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers and fussy cut them with my detailed scissor. I didn't fussy cut the mermaids yet is because I'm going to paper piece the shells that are attached to them and also their legs or tail, whatever you want to call it. This rainbow paper is from Lon Fon Paper Pack. I stamped the lower part of the mermaids on the pattern paper with Jenny K black amalgam ink and then I will fussy cut them with my detailed scissor and adhere it on the mermaids. I fussy cut along the lines to match up on my stamp mermaids. And then I will adhere the pieces that I fussy cut using glossy accents. And after we adhere the pieces, I will fussy cut the mermaids and I will run my memento black marker along the white edges so it looks seamless. I did fussy cut and color the other mermaid but end up not using it. I just made one card today. For the background, I used my Daniel Smith watercolors. I colored the lower part of the panel with geotite paint and cobalt teal blue mixed with duochrome oceanic on the rest of the panel. And my panel is 140-pound Strathmore watercolor paper. And I think I also added cerulean blue in between geotite and cobalt teal blue. That's why the middle is darker. After the background is done, I will stamp some images. And this stamp set that I'm using is very old from There She Goes Stamps. And the stamp set is called Best Fishes Stamp Set. I stamped the seaweed images and also the rocks with Jenna K black amalgam ink. I colored the seaweeds with my olive green Zig marker and blended the color with the blender pen. And for the rocks color, I used dark gray marker. I'm going to die cut this pattern paper from Lonfon paper pad with Gina Marie Design scallop stitch circles. And I also used the largest die from the Stitch rectangle die set and ran them through my die cutting machine. I also die cut the panel that we painted with the same size as the other die cut panel. I used strong double-sided tape to adhere my acetate on the back of this die cut panel and cut the excess acetate that are hanging off the edges with my scissor. And I added the foam tape on the back. This time I only use one layer of foam tape. It's because I'm using seed beads and seed beads are tiny, so even on one layer of foam tape they will still shake inside. And it's time to adhere our mermaid and seahorse on the panel. I thought it needs some bubbles inside, so I stamped the bubble images from the old stamp set that I have with black ink. Before we add the seed beads, I didn't forget to add shimmer on my mermaids and seahorse using my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. And we also need more of the seaweeds, so I adhere them down with liquid glue and I also added a seashell. I run my powder tool along the edges and sides so that when we add our seed beads, they are not going to stick on the sides. And add the seed beads in the middle of the panel. I'm being careful so I don't touch or tap it so it will not go everywhere on my desk. And then I remove the release paper on the foam tape and place the window panel on our background panel. And then adhere the shaker panel on my A2 size stop folding card base using strong double-sided tape. For the sentiment, I use the sentiment from the Avery Elle mermaid stamp set that says "You are mermazing." Stamp it on dark blue shimmery cardstock and emboss it with wall opaque bright white embossing powder and melt the powder with my heat tool. I cut the sentiment using my Fiskars trimmer as straight as possible and adhere it on the upper left side of the card. For the inside of the card, I will do some ink blending and try to use the same color in front of the card. I use vintage photo and tumble glass distress oxide inks and using my small paddle brush to get smooth blend. And lastly, I added the leftover images that we color on the blended background inside the card. And our card is finished. This card is inspired by my friend's mermaid card that she sent me last year, and I always wanted to make the same card like her card. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for the inspiration. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.